Good evening, morning, daytime, whatever, my lovely, beautiful people. It's time. Before we begin, I would like to plug a song I found not that long ago. It's called Only by Chris Kaiser. I was listening to something on SoundCloud and this song came up and it's like 3 minutes of 8-bit shit-tune amazingness. So if you can find Chris Kaiser's song Only, definitely listen to it. It's amazing. Anyway, last time on our adventure, which flashed a little bit, something weird, it looks like Jade sent something via time business. So, it's very important. Let's open it and see just how important it is. Wait, that's like the self-addressed sealed envelope inside. You open the envelope. Inside is a letter and another envelope. This is all highly confusing and you do not know what to make of it. Still, it is obviously critical mayoral business, which you take very seriously, and you will defend this package with your life. Try to purify the cable again. Use the time to the present and purify the jumble of cable. Take obvious course of action. Whee! You rappel down. You tie all the cable together and carefully lower your precious pumpkin bindle. You then rappel down the station with the package, which must not leave your side. Years in the future, which is to say the present moment precisely. Eh? Let's keep things clear there. Somebody's watching. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Twinkle, twinkle, little S-burb. I don't want anything to do with you. An aimless renegade prepares for company. Caution, things are about to get AK-47'd. That's a really nice assault rifle. I mean, I know assault rifles are kind of like not too happy right now, but I visited a friend whose place I updated from. He had just purchased one. He's a member of the military, though, and he just really likes collecting weaponry. I've known him for years, so he just likes stuff. I mean, his entire house is like, you know how Bro's house is, with everything with the swords falling out everywhere and random weaponry? It's like that. So I got to hold an unloaded assault rifle. It's really heavy. And this part right here, you can carry it by that. But let me just tell you right now, shit's heavy. I'll never be able to shoot one properly. So, hope you don't get shot, little buddy. Build as much as you can, as fast as you can. Whoa. This house is just chimneys. Aw, yes. Okay, well I make some stuff here. Can you keep an eye out for imps? Just keep the safe for tub handy or something. It'll serve them right for trashing my posters. I keep telling you the posters were always like that. And I keep telling you, haha, very funny. Here, look. Anna, weirdo. Very nice. Yeah, I saw those, but they didn't look like that before. You must have changed them. Even if I have the motive for such a bizarre and pointless deception, where would I find the time? I don't even have Photoshop. Then why didn't you tell me they were there? I had no reason to think you were not aware of them. I thought they were strange, certainly, but was not struck by any particular impulse to discuss them. Okay, it still doesn't seem to make sense, though. Implying that I drew them a while ago and then forgot and couldn't see them, now suddenly see them? That's stupid. What would that even mean? Keep pressing that button. It looks like you were in your father's room recently. Yeah. And how did it make you feel to discover what was in there? Oh no, I just realized you were going to try to therapify me? Therapify? Well, don't bother. Maybe I'm just being a friend? Maybe, I suspiciously. Anyway, I guess you saw what's in there. It's boring and there's not much to even see. And that doesn't matter. What matters is how seeing it affected you. I think it clearly has in some way. Well, I don't know. At first I was nervous to go in and find more of his weird clowns, because of course they are stupid and I hate them a lot. But then when I didn't see any, it was weird. I felt weirdly, like, disappointed almost. Is it fair to say this changed your perception of your father? Yeah, I guess. Is it such a stretch to conclude it changed your perception of other things as well? No, maybe not. What are you getting at? It sounds like you're saying I'm crazy. Alchemize! Nice. I don't like to use the word crazy. Oh god, see, this is therapy bullshit. That was a joke. But anyway, whether it means you're crazy or not, consider this theory. Your presumably long-standing tendency for scrawling this imagery is really your subconscious trying to express something disturbing within you. Possibly something from your past, which you have blocked out. And since you have suppressed it, your conscious self cannot acknowledge the drawings, therefore they have been invisible until now. Why now? Perhaps because you have seen evidence that conflicts with the worldview your subconscious is constructed to obfuscate the truth. That your dad is not necessarily the clown-loving maniac you thought he was. All along, this negative attribute, buried in your psyche, may have been projected onto him, and subsequently reviled, as a sort of defense mechanism. But this is absurd. My dad loves these shitty clowns. He's got all these statues and paintings everywhere. Is it unthinkable that over the years it was he who believed you were the one with a passion for clowns, because of all the strange drawings in your room? A father then embraces his son's hobby to establish a stronger bond. Or wages a campaign of passive-aggressive mockery of your interests, either is plausible. I don't know your dad that well. I don't know. Not sure about all this. But I think we need to stop and acknowledge the bunny Sassacre fedora I just made. It's awesome. Yeah. Where did he get the bunny ears? Which one of those was that? And I'm sure I could go back and link whichever vase it was he made with whatever card, but that would require me digging through how many hundreds of pages? Wow, what are you doing, by the way? Rose, sorry to say that all this looks but this is all looking kind of silly. I'm trying to spread the upper construction around so there is a more substantial foundation for later on. But I'm starting to wonder if it will be strong enough. It's kind of starting to wobble a little. I don't think brick chimneys were meant to serve this architectural purpose. Yeah, no shit. I might have to adapt to a different building strategy. Stick to more load-bearing walls and blockier shapes. Especially since grist has been easier to come by lately. Okay, but you really must be running low on time by now, right? Right. Strider! Dream up extra arms and play advanced bass solo. Aw, yeah. Music does help your plants grow. High atop the kingdom. Prosper. Reminds me of Banner Poet. And the world of Skya keeps spinning. Very nice. But the way it moves reminds me of, few people have actually heard of this movie. If you were a child of the 90s, early 2000s, when I was in 3rd, 4th grade, which was like 1998, 1999, something like that. It's pretty early on. Actually, I don't remember when I was in that grade. Anyway, Sailor Moon was at the peak of its popularity. And I had been at a sleepover. And we were watching, I think it was Sailor Moon S, the icy one. And there were some previews on it. And there was this preview for this really trippy-ass movie about people turning into cats and curses, people become balloons, and, like, giant mutant dog that was high on crack or something. And it was just a really catchy song. So I finally got my hands on the movie, and I've seen this movie at least 20, 30, probably 40 times. I practically have it memorized. Every time I watch it, it gives me the tingles. It's a great movie. And the world it takes place in, at least the majority of the movie takes place in this world called Bonapawit. And the entire planet, I can't really call it a planet, it's like an alternate dimension. It's supported on the back of a two-headed cat that sleeps. And it's a big tree, and then it sort of pans out, and it's flat on top, and there's all these structures. And every morning, they launch the sun, and then it fizzles out, and every evening, they float the moon to the sky. In the beginning of the movie, they show like a real stop-motion model of it, and it sort of goes by like this. And it spins at the same time. So during the daytime thing, it's spinning, and you see the sun go across the sky, and then it switches over to the moon as it goes across the sky. And it does this about 3 times. And just watching that spin reminded me of that. If you ever get a chance to, it's Totsuzen Neko no Kuni Banabaruit is the Japanese title. The English title, which is less of a mouthful, is Catnapped. It's on YouTube. Great movie. Change wardrobe fires to cycle through Star Heart Horseshoe. Clovers and blue moons, pots of golden rainbows, and the red balloons.
Damn, I like my Lucky Charms at home.
I want Lucky Charms now. Thanks, Homestuck. Okay,
It's
good idea.
1:30.
You leave the moon in the cycle. No, you leave the moon in the cycle, though, because you like it. Go explore the Golden City. Whee! That was fast. Don't fly too fast, you'll kill your face off. Wow. That's really fucking gold. I think Creed would be jealous. It's a place with golden streets. So, that her mansion place corresponds to the capital of Prospect? Yeah. It's really a very beautiful place. Just, I would need sunglasses. Makes my eyes hurt. Go and make a new friend. Chain is really ominous. Hello. Giant lily pads. So everybody's at the same place at different times. Eat letter and envelope. Will you cut that out? You have company. Look behind you! See? Over there. Read letter. Dear Mr. Mayor, go here. Where the other one is? Where Newman is? Gift present, hooray! Oh, please do this. The freedom of your people depends on it. So many exclamation points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I was hoping there would be 13 of them. Your friend, smiley face. Sword. Gun. Dun. Do the dance. Navi's like, holy crap. Pew. Clever. Hurry. They're looking. Gift present. Hooray. To Miss Mail Lady. I don't remember, somebody pointed out, probably because I might have referred to PM as male. I probably didn't intend to. I really thought of these as being agendered creatures. Not sure if asexual, but at least, you know, not really having the analogs of human gender or sex. I was actually really pleased to learn that PM was female and not really surprised. But the thing that I think is the coolest about it is we have a female character here who is not human. Humanoid, but not human. But who possesses absolutely no secondary or tertiary sexual characteristics. And yet this doesn't undermine the character being female in the least. I think that's pretty neat. And I think that more things could benefit from that, you know. You don't need to slap a pink bow on something just to call it female. I mean, really. I mean, Jade added eyelashes, but as you can see, there are no eyelashes. Gracefully fly to the other golden tower. You decide to check on your neighbor. Inspect neighbor's tower. Hello. It is very much the same as your own. The only difference is that this one is home to a young boy instead of a young girl. You peer through the window. Where John is sleeping? Guess he was sleeping at a different time. John is, of course, sound asleep. It looks like he's having troubled dreams as usual. You cannot disturb his slumber, though. He will wake up when he is ready. Scribbling on those walls, too. I like the dolly. Speaking of John, you wonder if he got the birthday present you sent him. Or for that matter, if you even remembered to send it? Darn, you get so confused sometimes. If only you had some system in place to help you remember things. Yeah, it's beautiful. Your moon is getting very close to Skya. You'd better go inside soon. It is never a good idea to be outside during the eclipse. Maybe you can take the opportunity to log onto your computer and ask John about his present. You just know he will think it is awesome, and it would be a great way to thank him for the wonderful present he got you. Unfortunately, John dropped your present into the abyss. I'm sure it'll come up in like another 2,000 pages as an important plot device that nobody expected. Alchemize in a 1980s time-lapse montage. That would be pretty cool and would promote the appearance to the audience that a whole lot was getting done in not much time, but it also sounds like kind of a pain in the ass, so you decide to play it straight up this time. Rose has moved the alchemeter back down to the deck while she reworks the building project up there. Just as well, because it will save you a lot of legwork. Between this thing, the Designix, and the lathe, it's a whole lot of scrambling around. Recombine hammer and pogo ride? Hammerhead pogo ride. Wow. This time, instead of overlapping the two cards which created the pogo ride, you use the two codes to double punch a blank card, producing a different hole pattern. The result is the Hammerhead pogo ride. It doesn't look like it's as much fun as the original ride, but to be fair, it's probably a lot safer. I don't know how that could possibly be construed as safer. Double punching cards creates patterns with more holes rather than less holes by overlapping cards. This strikes you as a viable method for combining more than two items without whittling down to too few holes or too many. Just mix up the overlaps and double punches, and the sky's the limit. Combine ghost shirt and suit. Aw, yeah. You make the green slime ghost suit. Pretty swanky, but you're not completely satisfied with the wardrobe upgrade yet. Combine ghost suit and wise guy book. There we go. And I just shoot. You make the wise guy slime suit. This is so much better. It seems there are a lot of secret trickstery gimmicks concealed, and oh shit, there go the cards. Combine glasses and PDA. That is amazing. John has perfected the iPhone. You make the serious business goggles. This is a pretty nice hands-free communication solution, and it makes you look way cooler, like one of the kids from Spy Kids or something. God, that was a good movie. Real spies, only smaller. Spy Kids actually was a pretty good movie. Of course, all I remember is, you're full of shit. Taki mushrooms. And that's all I remember. Combine sledgehammer, telescope, and Sassacretex. Telescopic Sassacrusher. John, you don't have enough man grit to even touch that thing. I like the pattern, though. You make the telescopic sassafrasher at pretty considerable expense. This thing could probably pound an ogre into crude burger. Of course, you have no hope of lifting it whatsoever. Combine gushers and blue ectoplasm. Hellacious blue phlegm aneurysm gushers. You mix your gushers with some of the blue slime Manana left on the wall to make a box of hellacious blue phlegm aneurysm gushers with ghostly healing properties. These should be convenient if somewhat unappetizing. Just stick to the tropical fruit punch. Combine fake arm, blue ectoplasm, and PDA. Yeah. There we go. You make the remote ghost gauntlet. It looks like when you put on a special computer glove, it lets you control the big slimy ghost hand. The ghost gauntlet appears to have a considerably higher lift capacity than your own puny arms. Virtual reality hammer. Remote ghost gauntlet. I like it. I really like his swanky ass suit. I mean, that's a nice color. It's one of my favorite colors. I love teal. Combine ghost gauntlet and bathroom mirror. Yes. You make a left-handed remote ghost gauntlet to complete the pair, because you don't see why the hell not. That's awesome, though. I mean, remote-controlled hands that you can control. Combine umbrella and straight razor. Oh, God. You make the barber's best friend. It suddenly seems worthwhile to you to go nab that umbrella-kind stripe specimen that's been lying in the study for a while. I'm scared of it. Combine gushers and shaving cream. Betty Crocker Barbasol Bomb. You make a deadly Betty Crocker Barbasol Bomb. Be careful with that thing, Jesus. Combine Ghost Dad poster with... Okay, you have a cool idea for something to do with the Ghost Dad poster, but it looks like you drew all over that shit. You drew shit all over that one, too, without realizing it. Oh, the goddamn stupid subconscious. Anyway, you think you have an idea how to clean it up. Capsule Log Punch Heath Ledger Joker figurine. Oh. If you can somehow subtract the code of the Joker figurine from the code of the poster, it might work. Luckily, the Joker code only has 2 holes, making the task very simple. The defaced Cosby poster shares these 2 holes. You determine that the defaced Cosby can only result from a double punching with the Joker if your theory is correct. This means that the original Cosby poster had one of those holes punched, or the other, or neither, making 3 total possibilities. You try out all 3 possible codes, yielding a potted plant, a painting of a horse attacking a football player, and 1 clean Cosby poster. Who made that? Success. Combine Cosby poster with computer. Jamal, you have to see this. I'm going to cover the camera a second. He combined a computer with Bill Cosby, and he made a Cosby laptop.
I'd fucking die.
I just want to know if the head goes back and forth. Well then.
Sounds good.
Don't get pudding on it. You make the Cosby top computer. This thing is probably a useless piece of shit, but making it has caused you to feel an alarming sense of satisfaction. Combine Dad's hat and Problem Sleuth game. You make another ordinary fedora with 4 pieces of candy corn inside. Candy corn vampire. Combine hammer and Problem Sleuth game. Oh. Jesus fucking Christ. Whatever this item is, you cannot make it yet. It requires a ludicrous amount of grist, some types of which you've not even encountered. Combine iron and pogo hammer. You make the wrinkle fucker. Why is he hissing? Seriously. Sweet fucking loot. John. So much sweet loot. You'd almost think it was simultaneously your birthday and Christmas or something. But you don't have any apple juice. Of course you know that is ridiculous and could never conceivably happen. Honestly, John, you wouldn't want that, because most of the people I know who have their birthdays on Christmas, and I know quite a few of them. It's not that cool. Dave, Strife some more! Dave Strife. Cousin to Cloud Strife, but a lot cooler. Final round. What is he fighting Itachi? It's like Sasuke versus Itachi with all these fucking crows up in here. Ouch. Where did he get a fucking hoverboard? Well, I suppose that means you win. Although Locale got really fucked up in the process. It doesn't even get the Apple logo on it. Turn-tick Godhead TG began pestering ectobiologist EB. Bro just kicked my ass. That's really all there is to say on the matter. Pester John? Oh, it's so pretty. I know, the sky is just gorgeous. Happy birthday, John. Homestuck, stop being so goddamn beautiful.
Yes.
Looks like it's orange creamsicle flavored. It's almost time. Beck doesn't want you to have anything to do with that. The dog can float. They're adorable. Oh, okay. She told me about this. They would start linking back to when that happened. So... Well, now we've got some context for what was going on at the time. What's S-verb, she asks. Jade doesn't even need S-verb, apparently. Yeah. That was a nice one. Alright. So, after waking up, she was watching it while she was sleeping. Update colorful reminders. You take a moment to gather your thoughts after your dream. While you are asleep, it can get very confusing figuring out what is really happening and what isn't, especially during the eclipse when you are exposed to various visions of the past, present, and future through a variety of cloud mirages. It is only after you wake up that you are able to start making sense of it all, and your reminders help you do this. But on reflection, there wasn't much to do in the dream about the future. You were quite surprised to see your dog in your dream, though. It was the first time the crafty guardian has ever appeared in a dream. You have learned that today is his birthday, just like it is for your other best friend. You've always wondered about this, and never had the chance to throw him a party and bake him a cake. Now you can. But if you do, it seems you will need a lot of candles. Well, I'm going a little overboard, but I wanted to thread through what I just saw. It makes sense that a dream world will be able to connect various visions of the past, present, and future. I mean, if I'm going to pull some Inception time dilation out of it, the thing about dreaming, especially if you consider the length of the dream you have and the accomplishments you can get done in a dream, your average dream only lasts about 5 minutes. Because you only dream during the REM sleep cycle. So, if you don't get REM sleep while you're sleeping, you're really not going to have... You'll have, like, pseudo-dreams. It's hard to describe. Anyway, REM happens a couple of times a night, so you usually wind up having several dreams, but only of about 3 to 5 minutes in length. Your brain subconsciously fills in the blanks. So, while you feel like you've been having this dream for a while, and you wake up and only remember little images, you really only remember the actual explicit events in your dream, and not the way that your dreams have been threaded together in order to make sense of it. Here in Homestuck, where dreaming apparently lets you enter another world entirely, that is expanded upon, it looks like. And you can encounter various visions, I suppose. So, up until the present moment, a lot of that didn't happen until she virtually went back in time and made it happen. Which is probably why she gets so confused so easily. I like that, though. I mean, it's sort of, the time travel here appears to be very much on the, single timeline basis. I don't like to think of time travel like that, but for what we're working with here, it definitely makes sense. So, I'm very interested. That's gonna be my video for the night. Good night, everybody.